Hey there, it's Delilah, and I'm... Don't laugh! It's serious!
I know!
Hey there, it's Delilah, and... You can't laugh! Okay.
It's not you, it's me.
It's a breakup line.
Okay.
Hey there, it's Delilah. No, I'm laughing. Hey there, it's Delilah, and I'm here with my friend Zana. Yay! So today we're doing ENFP Asks, and what's your Myers-Briggs personality type?
INFP?
Yeah, she didn't remember 10 seconds before this video. So we're going to do ENFP Asks and INFP. We have wine so that Zana has liquid courage. and we're going to put her on the hot seat and just ask her different questions about who she is, her personality, what she prefers, and maybe you guys can geek out a little bit with me. How would you describe your parents? Oh gosh.
I didn't know I made... Lord Jesus.
LOL. How would you describe the personalities of your parents in ways that you can see that their personalities contrast yours or are the same as yours in some ways?
Oh gosh. Those are deep questions. My mom, I think, is extroverted. I think my dad is introverted. My dad and I are very similar. My mom and I are very different.
In what ways?
In all the ways. Just in all the ways. Like, in most ways, me and my mom are just very different. Me and my dad are very similar. Like, my mom... she's very, like, opinionated and loud is not the right word, but she's, like, you know, she's more extroverted, and I think she's very feeling. I think she's not very thinking, logical side. She's more feeling side. Yeah. But I wouldn't know what their Myers-Briggs was.
Do you feel like you find it easier to get along with your dad's personality or your mom's personality?
Definitely my dad's.
And that, like, you guys are very similar in ways that you can connect or understand? Or is it that there's just aspects of personality that seem to clash?
I think it's just me and my dad's personality is just, I don't know, it's more seamless. And I think me and my mom, we have to, like, work more to, like, you know, because our personalities just, they clash in different ways.
Is there, like, an instance that you would feel like it kind of expresses or explains that, what you mean, in terms of the personality differences? Like a specific experience you remember?
Just like my dad and I will handle situations similarly, and my mom will handle them, like, differently. Like, if we're all, like, out to dinner, my mom's gonna be the one doing, like, most of the talking, you know. Like, leading the conversation, and she's making all the decisions, and just very, like, headstrong, and, I don't know. I was trying to be respectful of my mom.
Just try not to get a whooping when she get home.
Yeah. But, yeah, and just, like, my mom cares about things that I don't care about, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, armpit hair and stuff. Like, I don't
That's that authenticity. Look, that FI.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
It's like, let your armpit hair flow. Who cares?
Yeah.
Do your armpit hair.
And I was like, no, that needs to go, you know. She's just very, like, I don't know, concerned about her outward self. And I could care less, I guess.
So you feel like she just cares about, like, things that are more physical or appearances, the way things look, than you do?
Definitely. Yes.
I wonder if, I was talking a lot about this with a friend of mine, but I feel like that's oftentimes the conflict between FE and FI. So I have, with the authenticity, and one of my biggest things can be frustrated when people seem like they care about things that don't matter more than the more important aspects of caring about people. So it's like, who cares about your own behavior? Do you? But like, some people see that as like, this is how you get along with people, create an aspect of harmony, of like, everyone gets along. We shouldn't have conflict. In my head, I'm like, there might be conflict, and then oftentimes is that conflict with people who are a lot more physical or even appearances. I even thought, I guess this kind of can go into the question about like friends and people that you like to be around, because I kind of get frustrated with people who have a lot of concern about their outward appearance and only care about stuff to me that are frivolous, versus like, people who care about the stuff that matter. And I think that's like a very broad way of saying it. Stuff like that, using the armpit hair example, I
think my mom cares about like stuff that matters, but I think like with the harmony thing, like she like specifically thinks that like your appearance can like disrupt harmony, or it can make people uncomfortable, or it can, and I'm just like, I don't care. My armpit hair makes you uncomfortable. That's your problem, because it's my body, so why do you care? But like, she's concerned about like how people view you and how they will treat you because of that, and they'll treat you bad because of it, and blah blah blah, and they'll create disharmony and blah blah blah. And whereas I'm like, look, I don't want to work for somebody who would treat me bad because I have armpit hair, and so that's fine with me if I don't get a job because of that or something, Yeah.
The guy I was dating, though, he one of the largest things in his personality is harmony. And I think it was one of the things that started to bother me. And I was like, who cares? Who cares what people think? Who cares what, like... But in his personality, it was a value of keeping everyone happy. Not disrupting the peace. And so that's why he was a very meek personality, a very, like, keep things calm, Don't talk too much about me. Don't brag about me. Keep things in the radar. Because more about keeping the peace versus me and my personality. I'm like, be you. Who cares? And so those type of things can really come at conflict. What type of personalities do you find yourself leaning towards or wanting to be around?
I have a lot of extroverted friends. Like you're extroverted. A lot of my friends I think are extroverted. And I think that's good, because I think it like forces me to like get out of my hobbit cave and go and do stuff, and
What about in terms of any of the other things? Like, what about intuitive or sensing or feeling thinking, or people who are like organized or not, like perceiving, judging? Like, what about those aspects?
I think maybe it's like a mix. I don't know. I think all those other things are like, I don't know. I can get along with any of those things.
Is there personalities that you tend to have a harder time being around? And so certain things in people that you're just like, ugh, I don't want to be around that. Or that you can find that you tend to bump heads with.
I've been trying to be more patient with people, for sure. It's something I've been working on. In the past...
grinds your gears.
Yeah. Obviously people that are just like, any type of like bigoted, ignorant, racist stuff, obviously. But I think... Yeah, I feel like people who, I guess are being like inauthentic, or that I can't like connect with on some level. Like people who are super self-absorbed, and they just want to talk to me for like 30 minutes about whatever, and they don't realize that I'm not, interested in that, or like I don't relate to that, or I don't understand what they're talking about, but they just want to like, I don't know, be all about themselves. Yeah.
People seem like unaware.
Yeah, and I think people who like try and like be who you want them to be instead of just being who they are. I'm just like, just be who you are. Don't try and like say things because you think it's what I want to hear. Just like be you.
Yeah. That's that authenticity, I think, really valuing that. That's really cool, I think. It kind of lends to you, like, really helping the people embrace that, you know, and help them to... I think I can say, even in our friendship, one of the things that, like, even when we have different values on different whatever, like, I feel like what's really cool is that, like, Zana's the type of friend that, like, I never feel like I can't be who I am or go through as crazy as I can be sometimes or, like, anything else. I feel like, you know what, like, Zana's like, okay. All right. But even with faith stuff, I think was, like, the most interesting thing, like, in general, like, how you can really accept, like, I think I've had a hard time, like, with my faith as a Christian and different things like that, and, like, having very liberal friends, because I'm very liberal, you know, and, like, kind of understanding that world. I'm, like, somewhat liberal. I don't know. Anyways. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Like, you accept people for who they are, what they believe, and as long as it's authentically them, you're like, okay. You know, and it allows people to feel like they can be your friend or be around you and be who they are. Okay. Next question is, what about dating? So, what type of personalities, like, have you dated in the past, and do you find that you're most attracted to? It's like if you're gonna go down those and just think, like, the most attractive traits in terms of personality. Also, Zana's taken, for all you guys out there who's like, she's... There's no ring there.
There's no ring.
She's somewhat taken. You know? Okay. There's still hope for something.
Let's see. So what personality? I think I'm always learning more and more about... Like, the more you learn about yourself, the more you learn about what you need in a partner, I think. And, like, the more I learn about myself and my, like, introvertedness and my, like, punctuality and my desire to be, like, structured and, you know, I think what's great about my boyfriend now is that he can compliment me in those ways. Like, we can balance each other. Like, I think he says he's an introvert, but he's more extrovert. He definitely, like, gets his energy being around people, and his career is based on that, and it's just a good balance. And I used to think maybe that I wanted guys that were more like me, but I just don't think it works for me to, like, be with someone who's also introverted or who's also I don't know, too much in their feelings. Like, he's really good at, like, my boyfriend's good at just, like, you know, when I'm starting to, like, go down into my, like, feelings, just, like, kind of, like, pulling me out, you know, and being like, stop overthinking things, or stop, you know, stressing about stuff like that. He's just very, like, logical about that, which is good.
So you tend to be, like, attracted to people who are more extroverted?
I think so.
And then, like, more on the logical side, like, to kind of counteract? Yeah. What about in terms of organization?
It's hard because I've been with the same person for so long. It's hard to remember, like,
or, like,
what I was attracted to or
do you
am attracted to.
prefer the structure or the free flow?
Free flow, I think. I've come to love, because I do think it helps me relax, because I can be like, I need to be there early. Like, that's my thing. Like, I need to be early. I need to plan. If we're going on vacation, I need an itinerary. I need to know what's going on. And so, like, to have the opposite is really good to help me just relax and go with the flow. Why are you looking like that?
I think it's so... Because... I feel like you're not, like, you're more free flow than you think. Like,
I think I am, but I think that I also am, like, I like knowing things. I don't, there's a certain, like, quality of the unknown that frustrates me.
You literally went to Haiti with, like, a basic itinerary with me. She went to Haiti with me, and all she knew was a general thing, and had to trust in my words. And was okay with the free flow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, I guess maybe then I am attracted to free flow. I don't know.
But you might be attracted, like, and it might
I think
be
Matthew's
interesting.
very free flow though.
Yeah, and I can see, like, it might be interesting, like, for me with judgers, I can be very frustrated with their, like, like their need for constant, like, structure and the constant, like, time and things like that. I tend to enjoy being around people who can kind of go with the flow, because it's how I like things to be organized, and it helps bring relief or calm. But it might be the other way, where, like, you find it attractive in someone who's very organized.
Like,
you know?
I can go with the flow. I just prefer not to.
I don't know. It's interesting.
I just prefer not to. But I can.
Okay. Now I'm interested really quick. What's the INFJ functional stack?
I thought we did my functional stack.
We did INFP, but now I'm wondering if
Which
you're
one am
a
I
judger rather than a perceiver. I think you're a perceiver, which is like they go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Like, I'm not gonna get, like, anxiety if things get off track. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. That's all
We do
I know,
get, you know,
is that I don't
INFJs
know.
are supposed to get along really well with ENFPs.
All I know is that I don't know.
Nah, I think you're an INFP. Okay,
don't know.
the
The only
reason
thing
why
I
I
know-
think Zana is an INFP is because INFJs, they lead with introverted intuition, and then they go into FE, which is their auxiliary, and I'm like, Zana is not all about, like, that. She's just not about that harmony. And so I'm just like, being that that's such a core aspect, a lot of times, like, when you're really confused between personality types, one thing that can help you differentiate is having that functional stack, because then I'm like, oh no, that's not something I see in her personality very often, and it makes it pretty clear. And so I'm like, if I had to pinpoint it, I would say that you're an INFP, because of looking at that functional stack, and it's so high, and it is that harmony thing, and it's just like not even something I see in you, like, at all. And it would make sense I wouldn't see it in you if you're an INFP, because it's not even there. Versus, yeah.
I take
See,
your
that's
word.
a P response too.
I take your word for
She's
it.
an organized perceiver, y'all.
Know. I don't know.
Uh,
It's different between who you think you are and then who other people are like.
so
no,
let's talk
this
about
is-
that. Thanks, Zana, for being in the video with me and letting me to interrogate you with all these questions, and post it for the whole world to see.
You're welcome.
I'm not making it better. But yeah, so goodbye for now, guys. This is our I think second series / video on these Myers-Briggs personality type. If you guys want to see more about Zana, hopefully I might split this video up into parts, and you can click over here near her face, or you can click over here or somewhere anymore else, and in the suggestion box, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and you'll get to see this face and more in your suggestion box. And without anything else, goodbye for now until we make another video. Bye. I can't reach.